So we're using themes, right? We're using plugins. So themes will help you what? To structure your website, or to have a look and whatever the experience you wanted to provide to users, that is what the themes provides, right? But not only that, most of the themes will give you templates. That means already deployed design, right? Home page, about page, all these pages already there. Those pages you can directly import it. Okay, it's called what? Templates. See, I think most of you might have created some website design, sorry, PowerPoint presentations, right? So when you're making a PowerPoint presentation, you can download a template, and that template will come with the design, color, all those things. You have to just put the content and make it, present the presentation, right? Similarly, themes will come with this template functionality. Right. So there are paid themes, there are free themes. In the free themes also they provide. So let us practice one of that, scenario here. Yes. So since we are practicing now, what we do is, see, last night what we did, we created a pages. Pages got created, right? Now, what if I want to delete all those pages, or what all the changes happen, right? Now I'll demonstrate some website and all. But again, I want to delete it and again do it from the scratch, right? So for this, we use some plugin. Okay, so let me go to the plugin section again. Click on add new. Reset. Okay, see this one. This is a one plugin which is installed by 300,000, 3 lakh people are using this plugin already, right? And it has 624, and see the comments, 5-star rating is there, and it is compatible with your version of WordPress. That means our current version, what WordPress what we using, right? This is compatible with that. Okay, so like this, we have to check when you're using any theme or any plugin, because sometimes what happens is that plugin may be outdated, and you are using the latest WordPress installation, right? That time it will tell you whether it is compatible or not. If it is not compatible, it will cause problems, right? Your website loading and all will take, become an issue. That's why you always have to look into that. Fine. So if you see here, it is updated 1 month ago. Requires WordPress version 4.0 or higher, right? You should not use older than 4.0. Then this plugin will not work, because there might be some websites running in older WordPress deployment, right? People didn't update that one. In that kind of scenario, what they can do is, whether this plugin works or not, or if it is not updated, right? If you're using a latest plugin in outdated WordPress installation, that might crash your website. So that's why you have to be very careful. And also you can see active installations. That means already 3 lakh installations is already done. And see, these are the ratings, right? So of course, ratings we see in anything, right? So these ratings will help you whether that is good plugin or bad plugin, anyone is having any issues, right? So all that you can see this. Okay, so let me close this. Now, if I want to install it, what I can do is install now. That's all. Once it's installed, it will tell you to activate it. Then activate. Fine. So now you have 3 plugins in that, 2 only activated. I disabled deactivated the Updraft Plus. Now WP Reset is installed. We can open that plugin functionality from here, from the plugins, go to plugin and open WP Reset tools. Or else it should be added in one of the functionality here, right? Earlier, like Updraft Plus is added in settings, but in settings WP Reset is not coming up, right? So where it should have been added? In tools. So if in tools, if I'm seeing, see, it is there. Earlier this is not there, right? In tools section, WP Reset is not there. Now it is there. Now let me click on the WP Reset. Okay. So basically what we're trying to do is, we're trying to restore our website to the original state. It is simply like, your mobile, if you do a factory reset, what happens? It will be like wiping off all the data, right? It will take out all your data and it will take you to the settings when you taken the new mobile, that time how it was, in that state it will be restored, right? Similarly, we use this one. See, now I added what? I added home page, about page, then I added some, few blocks and all, right? So let us reset it. So it has a pro, and that means paid version. Then there is a free version. What we're using is free version here. Now, if you want to reset, what you have to do is you have to come here. So nuclear reset means complete reset, which we don't have an option that is available in the paid version. So right now, site reset. So what I'll do, I'll type reset and reset the site. Okay, see now, it again brought back the same settings in the initial how it was, right? When you first time log in, this is how it was, right? You have this welcome to WordPress dialog. Then you have all these, dashboard things, right? Same way, if you open website, see, it restored back to hello world, right? And if I click on this, see, there's no comments. Yesterday, I think Arun and Sriram has commented, right? There's no comments only here, right? And the title came into the center, and whatever the new name we given, new tagline also, it is gone, right? So everything got reset. That means to the factory settings kind of a thing. So if I go to pages now, I'll not be able to see the home page, about, contact, what all we created, right? Those pages are gone, right? Of course, we are not supposed to use this kind of a functionality until unless there are two scenarios. One is when you're practicing, you can use it, right? Or if you have a backup, you should have a proper backup, complete backup, then you can do it. Third thing is, okay, WP reset will be helpful in case if your website came under an attack. Okay, someone hacked into your website and they done a lot of changes, right? That time you should do this, right? You should reset it immediately and bring back your, site control. That time you should use it. Okay, so never use it on a live website until unless you are into these situations. And one should be your website is under attack. Second is you done some mistake and you have a proper backup of previous day. Maybe today morning or yesterday evening you taken a backup. That backup is available with you, then only you should use it. But since we are practicing it here, yes, it will be helpful because you might be created some pages, you might have done some changes and all, so you can bring back the stage. That's why we're using this WP reset plugin. Fine. So I'll be uploading this video, right? So if you guys want, you can just go back and see how it works. Now we bring back to the previous state, right? Now what I'll do, I'll go to appearance again, themes. Now we have only one theme. Why? Because we deleted the two themes, right, earlier. So those two themes will not be restored. Okay, so right now we have only one theme, which is 2021. Fine. Now if I go here, I can click on add new.
Because
right?
I'm having one doubt.
Yes, Sriram.
Actually, very actually we added one plugin for backup. Okay.
Yes.
At the time we are having one backup file.
Yes.
Okay. Actually, when you deleted that plugin, actually backup will be there or it will be gone.
Okay, so there are two things, Sriram. One is backing up in the local, folder structure, right? Yesterday, what we did is we added the backup into our local system only. Okay, I'll tell you. So this when you do a WP reset, right? You have a this plugin is deactivated. Even Classic Editor, okay, this is already deactivated last time. Now Classic Editor also got deactivated. Only this WP reset is activated, right? So I'll clarify your doubt. So if we click on activate, okay, now go to settings. See, you have your backup date. So when it is yesterday, right? So yesterday backup, it is there, right? So
Okay.
for that, you need to activate your plugin first. Again, it depends on your which plugin you are using. So this plugin called Updraft Plus is, a little advanced version. I mean, which I use more often. It has like a lot of other functionality. You can schedule it. You can schedule every 24 hours to take a backup or every 1 week to take a backup and where that backup should be. See, right now what happening is we are taking the backup in your local server only. That means where your hosting is. That means if your website is taken in Singapore data center, your website is loading from here only for users. Now you're taking a backup and putting into the same data center, that may not be a good practice, right? So what we should do is we should take the
Okay.
backup and take it to maybe, US or India data center. Like this you should do, or else you can also do Google Drive, right? So like this you should do. Then what happens in case if your website is down, okay, or else what if your data center itself goes down? What will happen? So in that case, you can restore it from the here, right? So this is the one thing we will be doing it. You have all the functionalities, right? Google Drive is where if it is a personal blog, right, you can take it because it will be like maybe 500 MB or 1 GB block, right? Then you can take it to Google Drive. But when you take it to Google Drive, maybe 10 backups you can take it 10 times. After that, your Google Drive will become full because you get only 15 GB, right? Maybe after 1 month or something, it will become full. Then you will have a problem. So then what you should do is use this separate systems like Microsoft Azure storage or AWS storage, S3 bucket. Some tools are there. We should use that to take your backups. In that case, you are actually safe, right? But when you activate this, you'll be able to see whether the backup is there or not. See, yesterday whatever we taken, it is there. So if you want to restore it, you can restore it.
Okay. Okay. But you take it in a local system or something like that?
No, no, no. Local in the sense on the same server where this website is hosted. That means local, not in my local system.
Okay.
Yeah, fine. Yeah. So let us go to the appearance themes. Add new. Okay. In add new, you have featured option, you have popular, latest, and favorites, right? So let us go to the popular. Let us pick a theme called Ocean WP. Fine. We have a theme called Ocean WP. I'll install that. I'm activating the theme, right? So when I activate the theme, let us see the website. See, earlier the appearance and now it is completely changed, right? Again, your blog is appearing like this. On the right side, you have a sidebar. Like this, you have got a different view. Now, when you install this, it is giving one recommendation. This theme recommends the following called Ocean Extra, right? So let us say take the recommendation. It is asking us to install theme called Ocean Extra. So I'm installing that, right? So it is done. So it will show you small script running like this, installing, even it is activated as well. We need not to go to plugin and activate it. Now again, return to the dashboard. See, so your dashboard is restored to the previous one, right? Now in the dashboard, you can see Ocean WP overview, right? When we install Ocean WP, this will add here, right? In the screen options, if you select, see Ocean WP overview came when after installing Ocean WP, this came. If you deactivate the theme, then this will be gone, right? So we don't need all this again. I'm just unticking that. Fine. Now see, after installing that Ocean Extra plugin, it is asking, welcome to Ocean WP, run the setup wizard. Right. So let us click this one. See, it is giving you a small interface to, get started. So here you get an option called choosing the, demo template, right? So what exactly you're trying to launch, right? Are you plan to launch a blog, or are you plan to launch a one page website? One page website is where everything is in one page only. There is no different pages. You have to keep scrolling, right? Keep scrolling. You have your website. So that is called one page. Then you have a business website, right? See, there's a photographer website, architect website, coach, gym, lawyer website, like this, right? Then you have corporate website, only one is there. Then sport related website, again for health and fitness, uh, all that is there. These are segregated, that's it. Then you have an e-commerce website where you can launch your shopping site. So now for now let us take business. Okay, let us take e-commerce website for now. So I can select this one, click on install demo. Right. So it needs certain plugins, right? Like model window, Elementor, like this. So what are the base plugins this theme required? It is asking us to install it. So I say install. Whatever is there install is free plugins. Whatever is showing get this add-on, right? These are paid plugins. So as of now, it's not necessary. So let us go with the uh, you know free ones. So it needs WooCommerce, WP Forms, Elementor, like this few plugins it needs. So
Prakash, sorry for interrupting you.
yes, sir.
In between, some people know they try to put pictures based on their business, right? Some like they take pictures of their companies or factories or any,
Yes,
and then they upload it here, right?
yes,
That background, I mean, how you mean same way here?
yes. That's what you'll get to know. Like those questions will be answered, automatically when you're seeing the deployment.
Okay.
Like last night when I'm adding the book post, I
Yeah.
added my image, right?
Yeah.
Like that. Only thing is you should not use any copyright images. That's it. If it is your own images, you can add in your own website.
Okay.
Fine. So now what we did is it needs some basic plugins. So what is WooCommerce? What is WP Forms? What is Elementor? We will discuss in a while. So those got installed and active, right? Now I can click on import. So it will take a couple of seconds depending on your server internet speed and all. Okay, give me a second. I'll just grab coffee and come. Yes, yes, I'm back. Sorry. Okay, something wrong. It is taking a lot of time. Let us see the website. See, it is trying to install, enter things, but this is taking time. This should not take this much time because the sample website, it should be done, very quick.
Yeah, Prakash, I'm having one doubt actually.
Yes.
Actually, me, I'm having one existing website with source file.
Existing
Okay.
website with?
Source files. Source file. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Can I upload to this the WordPress directly?
No. That's what we have to see, that compatibility and all.
Okay.
But no, that may not be possible. We have to see that design and all.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
the content, you can actually import the content and put it here,
Okay.
but not the complete website as it is. You cannot just import like that. From WordPress to WordPress, you can do. Like
Okay.
if you already designed a website on WordPress, then WordPress to different WordPress, we can transfer.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Just like vice versa, can I get all these files
From?
WordPress? To WordPress to normal
See,
hosting.
no, that also may not, because see, if it is simple like static thing, yes, you can do. Like you simply have a information, right? You can do. But when you having certain functionalities, right? Those functionalities without these additional add-ons, right? Those you cannot get it.
Okay. Yeah.
See, for example, you have this classic editor I shown you. Then I shown you the backup plugin, right? Those things you will not be able to get it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So see the website, there is some network issue, might be something is there. So it should not take this much time. Let me see.
Prakash sir, one more thing.
Yes.
Are there evening classes are conducting, sir? No, right now?
Any?
Evening classes are conducting?
Evening we are doing, right? Like 7 to 8:30.
7 to 8:30. Okay. I think 2 days I have missed, I think.
That's what. See, that's why I'm uploading the sessions temporarily on YouTube. I
Okay.
sent the link day before yesterday. If you want, I can resend it. So, like last all the sessions is uploaded in the YouTube.
Fine, sir.
But I would request, like, I mean, whenever it is possible, if it is a live session, you guys will be able to interact, right? So it can be answered immediately and all.
Okay. Fine, sir. Fine.
One second, I'm just deploying one more.
Because when you are getting this Teams ID and everything is login, this thing.
Sorry, Sriram.
When you are getting this Teams ID and other,
Okay, this demo login and all you're asking, right?
yes.
I'll be sending you. See, I got only 7 or 8 applications only I got. There are like 12 people are attending, like, morning and evening. Because again and again, we had to request one by one license, it will become more delay. So if I can have all the applications, I thought, I can request, but I'll get you guys today because we started the session, right? I mean, practice, we have to start now.
Correct.
Sir,
Yes.
so right now we are creating a website, right?
Yes.
So if the end user, if someone search, if they go to our page, the website page, so we are doing something, right? We have not yet completed the page, right? We are still doing it.
Exactly.
So the page, whatever we have created till now, it will be visible to them, right? That's it.
Yes, if you want it, it can be. But other thing is, what we should do is, we should not publish like that. We should put a page called coming soon.
Okay.
Okay, yes, that's a
So
good.
after everything done, then only we have to
Make
publish
it
it.
make it live. Yes. So when you log in with your credentials, right, only you can see what is the changes are happening.
Okay.
Right. For the users, for everyone, when they open just a domain like this, for them it will show coming soon.
Okay. That we
Right.
have to set it.
That we have to make it. Like, if your website is a new website, you will say coming soon. But if your website is already running, like say Sriram is asking, right? He already have a website already, right? So that website, what he should do? He should say under maintenance, something like that. So that we can actually define. It's a good one, Bindu. Okay, it is done. Okay, let us check with a different theme now. I deployed one more website here. So I'm removing all the unnecessary themes. See, plugins it's showing. One is update is available, which we don't need. I'm removing it. This also we don't need, delete it. Fine. Now clicking on add new, popular. Maybe let's try with the theme called Astra this time. Okay, because the Ocean WP is supposed to work. Maybe server side some issue or maybe. So I'm installed it. I'm activating it. Done. Fine. Now we got a different appearance, right? Earlier it was a different. Now it is different look. Now see. It is asking thank you for installing Astra. This comes with something called starter templates. Earlier it came with the Ocean Extra, right? Similarly, this coming with the starter templates. I'm taking that. It is getting activated as well. Now again, if I go to dashboard, see in the appearance, there is something called starter templates, Astra options. These two got added now. Earlier, these two options were not there. Starter templates and Astra options, by default, it won't be there. But now these two started appearing, right? So I can go to Astra options. So this particular theme related options you will get here. Not for all the themes you will get like this. So each theme will have a different functionalities. And on the left hand side, you can see how many functionalities you have. That means like, let me click on dashboard. See, now just count. You have a dashboard, you have post, media, pages like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 options are there, right? So please make a note. There are 11 options. Now again, I'm going to appearance, Astra options. Right. So here you can see there is something called starter templates. Now we already installed that plugin. So if I go to plugins, right, you can see there is a one plugin got added, starter templates. So we can access this from here if you want, C library, or from appearance section, starter templates, or from here, Astra options. So you can access it from multiple locations. So we are going to C library option. So click on that. Right. So here, these are the different editors, Gutenberg, Elementor. Like, you know, in your system, you have a WordPad or Notepad. So Notepad is there, right? So this one, what you use it for? To make a document or edit some document, right? You can use Notepad. Notepad is so powerful, you can do a coding also in Notepad. So, you know, if computer science background guys will have an idea where you can do that. Yeah. So here, Notepad is a powerful tool, right? Similarly, here you have these editors. So how it will help, I'll tell you. Like, you know, Arun was asking how to edit an image or upload an image, etc. Right? So how easy it can be done. So we use Elementor. Elementor is one, again, a plugin. So I'm selecting an Elementor. I have not installed that plugin still. I just selected as a Elementor as a editor for us. So it will show you what all websites are available on Elementor, you know, using Elementor editor. So it is showing these things, right? These are so many designs. So what I can do, I can come here and select what purpose I need, whether blog, business, e-commerce or other. And here you can see all are there, free is there and premium is there. So premium is where you get a paid version. I mean, when you pay for this one, you will get this one. If not, you cannot get the premium. These things and all, you know, you have to buy it. So when you click on get access, it'll take you to the purchase page. See, they are giving it for discount now. So it will be costing around $249. They're giving for $199, but it is a yearly, right? Now, if I take a lifetime, it is going to be $700, but they're giving for $559. Right? Like this, they will ask us to purchase. But right now we don't need that. So let us select the free version. In the free version also, what purpose you're looking for? So let us select e-commerce again. So e-commerce, I want to launch a website. Fine. Now, so custom printing. This is the website for, you know, t-shirts we discussed, right? Like that, if Gayatri want to launch a website, she can actually take this one. Now, see the here. There is an import complete site or import home template. You can see here there is a home page, about page and contact, right? Similarly, if you take a different website, home page, about, contact, right? This also similarly. So each one will have a different pages, guys. Okay, this also has only 3 pages. Let's see this. Yeah, see this one. It has home, testimonials is there, right? Like this, it has 4 pages. Now, if you want to complete site you want or only the particular page you want, you can select it from here. Okay, maybe let us take, you know, organic store. Let us launch this site. Fine. Now import complete site. So it will take a small survey here. Now advanced, right? See, import customized settings, import widgets, install required plugins, import content. All this happens. So next. So it is asking my name and email ID for lead generation, which covers in marketing. So, but we can skip this one here. Right now, you can see here, it is installing plugins, it is activating few things. You can see that activities here. So that's why I was telling you earlier there was 11 options here, right? But post this process, let us see how many options will come up there. That means what I'm trying to explain is the CMS platform, what we're using, that will do the entire hard work for you. You need not to sit and how to manage stock, right? For that, you need not to have one more software to manage your stock and all. This will bring all those things for you, right? So let us see in a couple of seconds again. Wow. So Astra theme worked without any issues. I think with the Ocean WP, there was an issue, or maybe from our server side, we're not sure. But see, it is done. Now, when a customer opens your website, your website is done, ready. Fine. Now, see, all your items are showing up there. If you click on all products, see, I can pick and choose. So it's a e-commerce site, like online shopping site, right? So I can click on this. If I want to order this coffee thing, I can add to cart. I can view cart. Right, it is done. So yesterday when I was asking you, when you're opening your own store, what all things are required? You need to have a lot of things, right? Like you need to maintain your inventory, which stock is coming in, which stock going out, all this you have to maintain, right? Now, if I am ordering this item, how will I know you have this in stock or not? How you will maintain that, right? That is a challenge, right? But you need not to worry about that. You just go to, now let me close this dialog. Right. So here you will, right now you're not seeing any additional options, but let me click on dashboard again. So it will do a refresh, right? See now. Earlier, how many options are there? Now, how many options are there? You can see, right? From here, cart flows, WooCommerce, products, analytics, marketing, Elementor, yeah, these many things like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 got added additionally, right? So 6 plugins, you need not to go and do it yourself, right? Like go to plugins now and you can see how many plugins are installed already. So cart flows are added, Elementor got added, WooCommerce got added. In WooCommerce, you're getting these options like, WooCommerce, products, analytics, marketing. These 4 options are coming from this WooCommerce plugin. So what is this WooCommerce, right? So let me take you through. Okay, when you're seeing the website, how much it is showing? What is the currency of it?
$35.
Right. So, but I'm sitting in India and trying to order that item. So it should be in what? It should be in
Rupee.
INR, right?
Yeah.
So what I should do is I have to go to WooCommerce settings. Right. Scroll down. See currency options, right? So currency, what I'll do is I have to select Indian rupee and save it. Right. So this is, if you come and refresh this page, see now it's changed to rupee. Right. So if you have to build this functionality yourself, right? You can say, Prakash, I have a team, 10 people are there who will design for a website. Yes, you can do it. But to build all these functionalities, it'll take 6 months for you. After 6 months, again, you have to test it, try it out. All these things are there. But when you're using a CMS like WordPress, you can bring all these functionalities within seconds. You have to have an idea saying that, okay, this is what I wanted to achieve, right? 99.9% it is there, until unless you are expecting something new or some different process you are expecting, that also can be achieved here. But yes, of course, you need to have a little development team and all for that. Okay, so I'll explain that in in later sessions, right? So you have like a lot of options here, how to accept payments, right? You can actually map it here. Now let me go to the product section. So what we added here is, organic store. But now Gayatri wants to launch, say, shopping for t-shirts, right? She wanted to launch shopping, t-shirt shopping site. So what's simple she can do is she can come here, she can edit these items, or she can delete these items and add the t-shirts here. Simply, I can click on edit. Right, so instead of this, like this, she can change it. She can add the, about the design or some description she can add here, right? Again here. Then this product image, what it is showing here, I'll remove this. Set product image. Okay, I don't think I'll get a t-shirt here. Let me try. So I selected this t-shirt, save and insert. Right, that's all. So her shopping site, she has to add the, okay, the image might be representing something different. Sorry, guys. That's for the men t-shirt or something. Right. So here I can update it. And again, if you see here, yesterday what we see in the post section, right? Similarly, you have the product categories here, right? So what I can do, I can click on add new category. I say the category can be clothing, right? Clothing. I'll remove this, add, update. So now this product, what we added now, it become a clothing category, right? And added it, t-shirt here, design here, done. Now the pricing, I can actually set the price here however I want. Regular price is actually, say, 500 rupees. The sale price is, say, 299, something like this, right? Again, I can update it. That's all. So now in the product list, your items become listed here. Right, so if people are opening your site, going to the all products, latest, right, see the latest one, this is a t-shirt. So I can add to cart again, view cart, right? So these are the two items I added. If I have a coupon, right? So coupon also can be added here. So WooCommerce coupons, maybe you are promoting a some special sale for this week, right? So create your first coupon. So you're giving initially, right? You're giving a like this. Okay, generate a coupon, percentage discount, %, and when it is getting expired, you can set it. Maybe next 2 days it will get expired, right? I can publish it. Right, so you have a coupon with you now, which is 50% discount. So when you present it in your advertisement and all, people can copy that coupon. See, so the total amount is so much. They got 50% discount. Total now I have to pay only this much, 167. So proceed to checkout. I'll give my home address, right? All the details and place order. So if you have your payment gateway, like in the other settings I shown you, right? You can link to Razorpay, a Paytm or something like that. We can partner with them and click on place order. That's it. Your shopping site is ready. right? Okay, guys. So this is how difficult is this? Okay, fine. So this is how the pages are done. I mean, shopping site is done. Now there are two questions, right? One is uh, Arun or Arun only, right? Yeah, Arun was asking how to upload images, right? So one is product image I shown. Maybe let me take you through the home page. See, these all the pages got created automatically, right? So home page is the one. Let us edit it. So right now what we're doing is we are doing a clothing site, right? Not the coffee products. So let me go to the home page. So what I did is I clicked on edit with Elementor here, right? So automatically these things popped up. So what I'll do, I'll just delete this. This is an image which I don't want. I can delete this image, choose image. T-shirts. We need to have the similar alignment. We should not use what happens is like so this is the image, right? We should not use different alignment here. Then things will go wrong. Okay, maybe this. No. Okay. See here, you have these options, small, medium, large, like this. So the higher you select, the higher resolution means the higher the space, right? So we have to be careful here what you're picking it up. So for us, small is sufficient. So I'm saving that. And see, when you're uploading an image, right, it will ask you something called ALT text. This is what very important, guys. See, if you don't add anything here, right, for Google, it becomes irrelevant, right? Sometimes, so this is helpful for not only when the image is not loading, this text will come, but plus Google also it can take advantage of it. So something like this, you can add. Yeah, I think this is a right. So join the fashion movement. We edited the text. Then again, shop now is there. So let's say I want to change it to get now. Right? Instead of shop now, I added to get now. That's all. So if your customers are opening your website, it is changed. Right. So Arun, does this answer your question?
Yeah, I got it.
Good, good. Now, fine. We have another 5 minutes. So we have a Bindu also asked a question, right? What if when you're doing these changes, right, it doesn't look good for the customer to see, right? So this is actually having, shampoo or hand sanitizer. These things are there. So, but what you have intention to launch is clothing website, right? So what we can do is instead of showcasing all this editing, all these things, simply I can go here, go back to the, sorry. exit to dashboard. Okay, so before that, I want to show you, see, these are different elements, guys. If you, what all you seeing here, right? These are different elements. That's why it is called Elementor. That means if you want to add something into this section, right, you can simply drag and drop like this. Okay, sorry. Right, like this you can add, and you can add an image there. Right, for example, if you want to add an image here, click choose image. Okay, maybe let pick this guy. Right, like this, you can add image by just drag and dropping it. Right, so these here you have heading, image, text editor, video, button, divider. Like this, you have a lot of things. We will be exploring all these options in the next session. But yes, okay, that's why it is called Elementor. This is the what editor we use. Okay, so let me exit to dashboard. See, I have not updated it, right? If I don't update it, this change, whatever the changes what we did, it won't get saved. So let me exit it. See, it is asking. So it's okay, fine. Leave the page. Now, Bindu asked, what if you wanted to, while editing, how to showcase the website, right? So instead of showcasing your all your edits or what all things are happening, instead of that, what we can show the maintenance mode. So if you go to Elementor, go to settings. Okay, one sec. Okay, tools. Sorry. So in Elementor, tools is the section. There's an option called maintenance mode, right? So maintenance mode is disabled now. What I can do, coming soon, right? So it's our new website, coming soon. Now, who can access? Who can access means who can see the actual website. Who is logged in? They can only see. So logged in, choose template. Okay, so it is what, there's nothing, right? So I can create one here. So I'll say coming soon, publish. Right. So again, it is asking edit with Elementor. So I'm okay with that. Edit with Elementor. Now, earlier we talked about this page header and footer, right? For coming soon, we don't need that. But actually what happens is when you create any page, you're getting this header and footer by default, right? So for this page, I don't want to showcase all that because my footer is also not ready. My logo is not ready, right? So what I can do is, if you go to the settings here in the page layout, default is there, right? That I can change it to something called canvas. Updated. So now what happens is it becomes a plain page. There's no header, there's no footer, no additional extra anything there, right? It is done. So again here I can add some, by default what is there I can add it here. I mean from the templates. So we can search for coming soon page. We can add it or else, okay, it's taking time, I'm not sure. Okay, let me do one thing. I can add a row here. In this one, I'll go here, I'll add a heading, right? Like this I can add, right? So this style, content, it should be center aligned, something like this, right? So we can add. Now update. Again, add new. So this time what I'll do is, I'll add an image section, right? Now this image can be what? So we are planning to launch what? Shopping site, right? Like this. Now, I can update it. even if you want to add something, right, like additional components. So let me it's a new row, right? So when you're practicing, I'll tell you again. Maybe like contact, some form we can give actually. That means where they can enter their email ID or social icons. Yes, we can add actually social icons. Yes. Like this, so that they will start following you on your Facebook page or something like that. So if I click here, there's a Facebook button. What link is yours, right? So my link is what yesterday I shown you, right? I'm copying my Facebook link. I'll paste it here. Then Twitter. I'll add my Twitter account. Okay, YouTube, it's fine. So I am updating it. Right? So it is done. Now let me go back to the exit to dashboard. Fine. Now it is done. Now, if I go to the Elementor tools, maintenance mode. So again, I'm selecting coming soon. Who can actually access your website is only logged in people only can see the website. Everyone will see coming soon. So save changes. Right. Now, if someone opens our website now, what happens? What should happen? Are they supposed to get all these things? No, right? So see, we are launching soon. Check back for best deals, right? So if they wanted to, we are just creating their curiosity. This image is wrong, but you can put something nice, welcoming image or something where they click on your Facebook page or something. It redirects them to, your social media pages like Twitter, right? Bindu, does this answer your question?
Yes, sir.
Superb. Yes, guys. So it's already 8:30. Let's. Any questions? So Arun, you asked a question about the image, and Sriram, you asked a question, right? I'm sorry. Okay, one is for the compatibility, right? I think Sriram or Arun asked for the compatibility, right?
It's really for the mobile view and desktop view. That's
Exactly.
what we
Yeah. So guys, I'll take another minute. Please hold on. So when I'm creating this page, which is coming soon page only, let us take, right? It'll be in templates, right? Coming soon. So when I'm editing this page, right? Edit with Elementor only when I'm doing it. Here you will get an option. This is available in Elementor, right? That means all the editors will have the similar functionality, right? So this is what we are seeing this in the laptop screen, right? Or desktop screen. What if you want to see how it appears in the mobile? See, this is how it looks, right? You can see we are launching soon, check back for the best deals. Now what I can do is I can edit this and do a changes here. So typography, I can go, I can resize it. Maybe something like that, according to your style and all, you can actually change it. Now the image also. See width, height, all this, right? So for mobile, how it is. Then style, see padding, spacing, size. Again, I can do that here. Right, now this looks for mobile, it's good. I can update it. Similarly, for tab, this for the tab, how it appears. This for the desktop. Like this, you can, fine tune it how you want. This for the desktop, so everything looks fine. Icon size also fine. But for the mobile, now we fine tuned it. That's it. So if I update it, so when you're opening your website and all, that's how it loads. Right? So is it clear?
No, Can you show me some the phone view? No, this length. I mean the breadth of this page. How do we increase or decrease?
See, it's not the page, it's about the sections what you're adding.
No,
So when
not the section. I'm talking about the view size.
see, that's what here you have this Elementor in the bottom corner, right? You have this responsive mode.
Yeah.
When you select this, you will get these functionalities. Then you have to select particular component. I mean, particular object what you wanted to resize.
Okay.
Right. So, for example, this text if you want to change, you have to select the text. Then automatically you will get this text editor.
This I understood. What I want to understand is actually this size is already set for the mobile. You mean the height of this page and the breadth of this page?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
It's a standardized, but when you're adding a new thing, right, it will be differs. It will differ like so maybe evening when you're practicing on the live pages, you'll be able to see that.
Okay.
Fine.
Yeah.
Fine, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
If there's no questions, yes, Sriram, you want to ask something?
No. Nothing. I'm clear.
Cool. Done. Thank you so much. Have a great day. I'll see you in the evening.
You too, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, sir. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.